Hello Internet, and welcome to the last episode of Bazzle Spot with this very interesting, very colourful, slightly strange, not that good but can work-ish team that we've got. So yeah, you've stumbled upon this video, sit down, enjoy yourselves, get comfortable, get a drink or get food or whatever you want to do to make yourselves comfortable. As we find someone from Italy, was that? With a decent-ish rating. And he's got a Pheromosa, and an ORICORIO as well. Well, this could be interesting. This could definitely be interesting. Like, if we switch into, like, one of each other's quiver dances, or a revelation dance, then we will quiver dance, or we will revelation dance as well, and there's just going to be a lot of dancing going on, so we'll have to see if that actually does happen. I mean, if this is one of the ones that is oriented more towards the dancer side of the team, then the Pheromosa is going to have a focus sash on it as well. But just in case, I mean, even if he gets a quiver dance up, and is faster than my Nihilego, then I suppose if it's got a high jump kick, it will be able to knock it out. So there is that. But we'll go. Tapu Fini is maybe a bit of a pain too. Well, this is going to be an interesting game. We'll go with these again, and see, I kind of do want to take my own ORICORIO too. And we'll go with Dugtrio as well, I guess. So leaving... Do we really want to leave Lilligant and Torkoal behind? Well, we are. I'm not sure if... I'm kind of thinking... Like, I kind of want my own ORICORIO, just in case I can see him start, you know, quiver dancing and sort of do it alongside him. But Torkoal Lilligant is pretty... I think was probably going to be pretty good here as well, just because... I mean, I suppose there was the Arcanine that was scaring me off, and there was the Garchomp that was scaring me off from doing that. But he's just going straight for the Pheromosa Orioko. Okay. ORICORIO. I wonder how many times in the past couple of weeks I've said ORICORIO wrong. Probably a few. So, yeah. What should we do here then? I mean, the ORICORIO is probably going to protect, and he'll quiver dance. So I'm going to power. Ooh, what am I going to do? I'm going to power gem into the Pheromosa, and I will bring in my own ORICORIO, and we'll see what happens. If it's not sashed, then it's just going to go down. But I'm thinking the ORICORIO is probably going to protect, and he might quiver dance on that. Yeah, just to get the boost there. So I'm kind of hoping that he might be sashed. Just so that we can see all this dancing going on. So yep, quiver dance. Here it is. And his Pheromosa will still be faster than my... well, it'll be the fastest thing on the field, won't it? But here we go. But here's a quiver dance. But even with an Ice Beam, ORICORIO is at +1 now, so it should be able to take the Ice Beam. And I'm wondering, like, because I've never actually seen this in game before. Two ORICORIOs dancing. Mine danced before his danced. So does that mean I've got the faster ORICORIO? Interesting. Nihilego is scarfed as well, so it will be faster still than this ORICORIO. So I'm going to power gem into the ORICORIO and air slash into the Pheromosa. Worst case scenario, it is physical and he'll high jump kick into my Nihilego. But yeah, seeing as he is quiver dance, I don't think... Whew, that was close. It's a speed tie. And he targeted my Nihilego. Well, I'm just going to dance right back at you then. So I get my Revelation Dance onto his ORICORIO. Now I get my Power Gem. And now I get my own move as well. this is, well, this is interesting, isn't it? So, air slash does thankfully hit too, so, this is what happens when two Oricorios meet each other. They just sort of dance at each other and have a lovely time. Right, well, let's see what he's got in the back then. Tapu Fini and Arcanine. Okay, so the Arcanine might have extreme speed. I mean, there's lots of things that can go on here. Either I protect my Oricorio expecting the extreme speed and I Power Gem into his Arcanine to knock it out, or he protects his Arcanine and Muddy Waters expecting that. So maybe I should... What have I got in the back? What have I got in the back? Dugtrio and Pheromosa. Oh, none of them really like the taking on the Tapu Fini. Ooh. Maybe I want to Power Gem into the Tapu Fini. I don't know. I'll Power Gem into the Arcanine and I'll Revelation Dance, because this way I get a knockout. Yeah, I really wanted to protect the Oricorio there. I knew he was going to do that. But now I just need to hope that my two in the back can, and this is like, I'm kind of thinking that they can. This is why I've come into this situation. I think that my two in the back can do it, but actually maybe not. He needs to hit like all of his Muddy Waters as well. Like I kind of knew he was going to. I had a big suspicion he was going to extreme speed. So I really should have protected my Oricorio there. It's just the threat was if he anticipated that and knocked out my Nihilego with a Muddy Water, like he just has done, then he would just be able to extreme speed me again the next turn. By going for a Revelation Dance, then that meant that he... I'm just wondering how I'm going to play this next turn, actually. It meant that even if he did do that, I would definitely get a knockout onto his Arcanine, so it would be a 2-on-1 position here. Now, I have already identified that both these two don't really like taking on Tapu Fini. I'm wondering, though, he's kind of forced to go for a Muddy Water, isn't he? So, I mean, I can flinch him with Iron Head too. So he is forced to go for a Muddy Water. I'm wondering, because I haven't used my Z move yet, if it's better to Quiver Dance and then go for my Z move at +1, or go for my Z move just because maybe I might go down, and then like Ice Beam at the next turn. I don't know. I think the better thing is to go for the Quiver Dance here, and I will Iron Head. Don't think it makes too much of a difference. I can flinch it here, so I'm going to Quiver Dance here, but I don't think I'm going to win this. He needs to hit his Muddy Waters. I think my Dugtrio needs to avoid this Muddy Water. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That was a critical hit. Come on, Dugtrio. Flinched! Yes! Yes! Okay, so he might protect this next turn. But even if he does protect... Oh, I don't know. Even if he protects, I mean, he's going to be taking some damage, isn't he? But then I can't reliably really hit him the next turn. I think, yeah, we will. I think we've got to do this. Go for an all-out pummeling and another Iron Head. So, Dugtrio, you lovely collection of lumps in the floor. He doesn't protect either. Yeah. So, nice one. Dugtrio with a critical hit and flinch. I don't know if the critical hit actually mattered. I'm really interested to see how much this does. This +1 all-out pummeling on a resisted, target like this. It might knock it out. It might not though. So, we'll see. Yeah, just knocks it out. Just knocks it out. Straight out. So yeah, so the critical hit didn't make any difference. It was, well, actually maybe the flinch didn't make any difference either, because if he did go for a Muddy Water, he would have knocked out my Dugtrio, and Z moves are 100% accurate, so I suppose it was either or. If he didn't flinch, but I did critical hit, then I would be able to knock it out with an all-out pummeling the next turn. If it didn't critical hit, but I did flinch, then I would just be able to, you know, attack him and win from there. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it needed one of those things, and I think anyway, not 100% on the calculation of, you know, +1 all-out pummeling on Tapu Fini, but you know. Whew, what an interesting way to start off Friday's episode, as we find Ray from the United States, not Mr. Rizzo, and this guy has got an Araquanid, but no Trick Room mode, which does bring me some relief. Araquanid is one of the things that actually do cause me some problems. ORICORIO is obviously pretty good against it, but Dugtrio again is good against them, but Lilligant Torkoal pretty good as well. So I am expecting probably Garchomp Arcanine to lead here, in which case I can go Nihiligo Pheromosa. Because if he doesn't do that, then I suppose if he went with Araquanid, then that's good against Lilligant Torkoal as well. He might lead with Araquanid, but that's again why I'm leading with Nihiligo. So I'm going to take those. Do I want Lilligant and Torkoal in the back though? Because again, Dugtrio does look pretty tempting. It can Rock Slide the Araquanid. The ORICORIO obviously is good against the Araquanid too. So yeah, let's go with these two again. So, you know, sorry Torkoal and Lilligant, we're going to leave you behind, but ORICORIO did quite a bit of dancing in the last game, so let's see if it can dance its way to a victory today. Let's see. So, hello Ray with your orange glasses. So, okay, so he has led with Garchomp. He did lead with the Araquanid as well. Nihiligo Pheromosa. If he Earthquakes, he won't knock out the Pheromosa. I've got ORICORIO and Dugtrio in the back. Is the Araquanid going to go for a liquidation on the Nihiligo? Because if it does, I can't bring. I'm thinking of like bringing in the ORICORIO and going for a Quiver Dance straight away, because then that obviously would threaten the Araquanid. It would have been nice actually to lead with Pheromosa ORICORIO here. That would work out quite nicely. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Power Gem into the Araquanid, and it's not going to knock it out. So I'm actually going to go for the all-out pummeling into the Araquanid as well, and the combination of these two attacks will knock it out. So he's not protecting with the Garchomp, which I kind of hoped he would. And yeah, so this should, I was sort of seeing if he had the berry or not there. No berry. They do normally tend to have the Z move, Araquanid, don't they? Because an Aqua, whatever it is, the water, the splishy splashy one, does a lot of damage with the water bubble. This should knock it out. I mean, I'm going to watch it with intent. Oof. Going down slowly, but went down all the way. If he Earthquakes, alright. But he can only knock out one of my Pokemon here, and it looks like it's going to be the Pheromosa, actually. Yeah, so that's kind of annoying. Good that we've got rid of the Araquanid, but I was hoping that Pheromosa would survive that turn, because that was the one that was sort of threatening the Garchomp next. So I'll put Dugtrio in, because I think that'll bait him to going for an Earthquake of his own, and I want to withdraw my... Oh, maybe not with Metagross on the field. And I want him to... I want to withdraw my Nihiligo so that I can bring it in again in the future with the Hidden Power Ice on the Garchomp. The problem is the Metagross could very easily have Bullet Punch too. So we'll protect with Dugtrio this turn. The worry is if he goes for a Tectonic Rage into Dugtrio. Dugtrio is so frail that even through a Protect, Tectonic Rage one-shots it. So that's what I'm scared of. And I think it's a very, very likely scenario here too, because he knows that I was scarfed, so I'm probably going to switch it out. Bullet punches, so he does have bullet punch. And he's not going to be earthquaking here, is he? So, oh no, he just Dragon Claws. Okay, so he well done, he got that prediction quite right. But what can we do now? I don't know. I think we've lost this game, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, I suppose we'll try and get the knockout on the Metagross, but he's probably going to protect his Metagross and Earthquake himself, I would imagine. So we'll try and do this in the hope that we can knock out the Metagross, but I can see it happening. I suppose I could have like gone for a Rock Slide, or I mean, no, or an Iron Head. No, at that point you've resigned the game to losing, I suppose, haven't you? So that's probably not gonna. Oh, it actually does knock out the ORICORIO. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to lock myself into Hidden Power Ice next, aren't I? So I mean, this won't even knock out the Metagross. It's probably gonna do about 60% to the Metagross, to be honest. Yeah, 60-70% there. So and we're probably gonna see his own Z move coming out now too. Oh no, he's just gonna Earthquake, knock out his own Metagross. So if Garchomp with his last Pokemon, we'd be alright, because we could just Hidden Power Ice it, but it's not, so we're not alright. I mean, unless he's got, you know, like a Salamence as well that would like to come in, but clearly he doesn't, then we'd be alright, but no, Tapu Lily, yeah, even more oh dear. Yeah, there's no way that we can win this. Absolutely no way at all. So what we're going to do, seeing as we're only 17 minutes in, is we're just going to forfeit this game. And we'll try and finish on a win. It'd be nice to, you know, finish off this. Seeing as we started off with all that dancing. We'll see if we can finish off these 2 weeks with this dancing team in a positive way. If we can't, if we lose the last game, then, you know, it's it's a loss, isn't it? Can't do anything about it. Aside from, you know, make better moves, I suppose. But no, let's see if we can finish it off nicely. I mean, like I've been saying a couple of times, the team obviously isn't super solid. It obviously isn't tournament ready, I suppose. It's a fun team. It's quite quirky. It's quite different. But it's not that solid. I mean, it does need a few tweaks, I suppose. It needs quite a bit doing to it, I guess. I mean, to be honest, I do like the Nihilego Pheromosa. I do like those two. Dugtrio, as much as I like it, I don't think it's really that good, unfortunately. So I'd probably get rid of that. Oricorio, again, as much as I quite like it, and the whole dancing thing is quite fun, I don't think it's that good either. So shame. But Lilligant and Torkoal, I do like Lilligant and Torkoal. I know that they're sort of predictable and they can easily be sort of played around, but they are quite aggressive and oppressive as well. So I do quite like those. The first VGC 17 team I built had a Lilligant and Torkoal in it with an Oranguro with a Trick Room mode as well, which is probably where a few people started too. I remember the days when it was very easy to climb to the top of the showdown ladder with that, but oh well. So what we're going to do here then, this guy has got a Snorlax, but no sort of real obvious Trick Room mode. Nihilego looks really good here, and Pheromosa again, these two. And in the back, we'll have... see, Garchomp is a bit of a pain, actually. In the back, we'll go with Lilligant and Torkoal. We'll just finish off with these two then. Don't think... Yeah, we haven't brought Lilligant and Torkoal today, have we? Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe Dugtrio, because it is a physical attacker, to, you know, maybe threaten the Snorlax a little bit more. I mean, Snorlax will just one-shot Dugtrio back. I mean, they normally have like high horsepower or something like that. Sometimes, anyway. But Arcanine Katana. So, again, we're in the position where we can Power Gem the Arcanine and all-out pummeling the Katana. We just need to hope the Katana isn't Scarfed or Focus Sashed, basically. So, let's do it. I mean, I suppose if this was a best of 3 or something, if I knew that the Katana was sashed, and the Arcanine doesn't really threaten the Nihilego much at all, I could double into the Katana here with like a Power Gem and an Ice Beam to knock it out. But I don't have any information like that, so just gonna play it, you know, quote safe and do this. Katana, Scarf Katana is actually a bit more of a thing too. So yeah, I maybe should have doubled into the Katana here. Because if it is sashed, which it very well might be, it can just knock out my Nihilego now. So we'll see. You know, we can keep our fingers crossed, can't we? And this is one of the things with this team as well. Like, I suppose you can look at sort of gimmicky teams like this and think, oh, it doesn't really work in a best of 3 or something. But for me, best of 3 is where this team would work most, because plays are so risky. Oh, it actually does knock it out. Nice one. No Focus Sash there. Plays are so risky, and on leads like this, that one bit of information can completely sway the game, because everything here is so frail and so offensive. One bit of information can be absolutely vital to a win or a loss. And, you know, it just sort of turns out that in this game, he wasn't a Focus Sash, and we've done quite well. If he did have a Focus Sash, he would have been able to knock out either of these Pokemon, really. And either I wouldn't have been able to threaten the Garchomp with an Ice Beam here, or wouldn't be able to, you know, do this or that and the other. You know, there's all sorts of things that change the game. What do we want to do here, though? I mean, Garchomp could be Assault Vested. If the I don't know, if the Katana wasn't Assault Vested, then I'm just gonna stay in. I'm just gonna Ice Beam and Power Gem, because if we weaken them enough, then after your Eruption we'll just sweep through the team. So that's not even Assault Vest. Maybe it was Assault Vest on the Katana then, and that's why it didn't protect, and he kind of hoped that he would survive something, I don't know. If we get a high... Oh, actually, that is Scarfed. Well, that's a bit worrying, because that's Timid Scarfed, which means it is faster than my Nihilego. Not faster than Lilligant in the Sun, thankfully. If we get a high roll here, then we might knock it out, but no, we don't. Okay, so that's made things a little bit scarier. We do know that the Tapu Lele can't protect, though, which is good. And it is the Arcanine. Oh, no. This is all of a sudden turned very bad, hasn't it? Okay, let's think about this then. So, he's got to Psychic into the Nihilego, hasn't he? But if I bring in Torkoal on that, it'll probably go down. But I could knock out the Lele with a Leaf Storm. So yeah, what I'm going to do then is this is a little bit risky. I am going to, if I can control my DS right, I'm going to withdraw into Torkoal. If it goes down, then that doesn't matter. Lilligant, I'm going to Leaf Storm. Or should I protect? Because if I protect, then I'll be faster. I'll get the Sun up and I'll still be faster. Yeah, I'll protect. I'll protect. Yeah. I'll get the Sun, but I will get the Sun up, and I'll be able to outspeed and knock out the Tapu Lele with Leaf Storm, and then I'll have Nihilego nice and safe in the back. This is the way to go, I guess. Yeah, so if anything, it would be quite nice if Torkoal goes down, really, but it doesn't really matter. So I don't know why that took me so long to sort of figure out. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just a little bit, I don't know, getting a bit old now, aren't I? So now really, I just flamethrower whatever into the Arcanine, doesn't matter. And as long as like 90% of the time I'm winning this game, because I am Timid Max Speed Lilligant. Timid Max Speed in the sun, speed doubled, is a lot faster than Timid Scarf Tapu Lele. So if I hit this Leaf Storm, the Lele goes down, it can't protect because it's choice locked, and then I've got Nihilego, which when full health, can come in and Power Gem the Arcanine and knock that out in one hit too. So 90% chance I've won this game. I'm not going to go for an after you flamethrower into the Tapu Lele because he can't extreme speed, can he? Because you're in psychic terrain. Okay, so let's just sort of rewind there. So we have hit the Leaf Storm, which is fantastic, which means that we do win the game. But and he's going to discover my Sash there too. But what I should have done, because we are in psychic terrain, his Arcanine cannot extreme speed my Torkoal, or anything really. So I should have gone for an after you flamethrower into, after you flamethrower into the Lilligant to knock that out, because that is 100% accurate, and he wouldn't have been able to stop that. Basically, I needed to guarantee the Lilligant went down the Tapu Lele went down that turn, because I got Nihilego in the back, and Arcanine can sit quite happily now, and actually just go down to a flamethrower. So that's what I should have done, but still, we hit the 90% accurate Leaf Storm, thank goodness. I would have been kicking myself afterwards if we hadn't hit that. And yeah, he's just forfeited the game there, because we have got Nihilego in the back, but it probably was going to go down to another flamethrower anyway. So, woohoo, fantastic. All in under half an hour as well, 3 games. So, thank you very much, guys, for, being with me on this journey through these. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. Yeah, whatever. I hope you've enjoyed, these past 2 weeks using this very interesting team. I like that. You guys know that, if you come onto my channel, you're going to see something quite interesting. Obviously, 7th at Worlds, I'm pretty good at playing too. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please like and share and, get my channel out there. We're still growing, even still. Always growing, obviously. So, again, I hope you got something from it. I hope you'll join me again for whenever I come back, probably next week or at some point in the future. Who knows what will happen for some more videos. So thank you guys, and goodbye for now.